Okay, looks like everything's working properly. Yeah. Hello and welcome to Metroid Prime Remastered. This is one of my favorite games I've ever played since the GameCube era. Now what I'm going to do is that I've already played this game many times, including on the Remastered as well. So here's what I'm going to do. I mean, you can see my original playthrough right there, and the second time I played it, of course. Now, the first time I played it, I tried the new controls, and that felt pretty good. Second time I played it on the original controls. You know, where I do have myself a GameCube Pro controller for that, and it felt just the same as it has been since 20 years ago. Now, what I'd like to try out here is motion controls. Because I now have a Switch 2, and I can actually do this. You ready? I'm just playing a Metroid Prime 1 before I get to Metroid Prime 4. I mean, I do have the second game, except it just no longer works on GameCube. I did play the third game, but that was on rental. Unidentified distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space vessel in orbit above Tallon IV. Glad to be back. When I looked at the comparisons last time, this looks much better, more cleaner. Game back then was still just as good as it is now. It was way ahead of its time. Like something out of 2015. Even back then it was 2003. 2001. Samus' original gunship. Redesigned. There she is. Alright. She's back. Alright, now let's see how this plays with motion controls. Yes, okay. Now if I do this and all that, let's see. This just locks it in the middle. About the same as it was beforehand. Jump is still there. Alright. And this must be the missile button, which I won't do. Yes, okay. Now, you know how this works out. So hold this button to lock in, which is a ZL. Gonna need a little bit more pressure. I can jump with that button? Huh. If I do this when I jump, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Just lock in. This will just cause me to just strafe like that. Alright. It's gonna be a little bit wonky to play just motion controls. But I wanted to try this out for the longest time. Ah, classic scan. Switch does not seem to be operational. As you know, this is just Samus talking with her little computer thing. Force field blocks the entrance. Not deactivate the switch force field unless the switches are red, which means these things right here. Also look up. Want to, you know? And you can also exit the scan visor just by pressing this button. It's all force field, you know? Just read everything if you want. Scannable objects are either yellow or critical or red, which is this thing. Before we do that, actually just do this over here. Scan your ship. Energy force field in place, cannot reach your gunship. I mean, she did jump her way out, but now she can't do that anymore. Oh man, look at that. From the distance you can see Tallon IV. That does look a bit weird. Okay, let's go back, actually do that thing. Scan that in. Force field activation switches are now online. She does that. Yeah, you can still scan it too. Blocks the entrance. Switch is directly connected to the force field barrier. Okay. This is also where it's teaching you exactly how to operate Samus, from just moving over and just locking in. I mean, it already did tell you. And then looking up. Over here at the Frigate Orpheon. It's gonna take a bit to get used to from just a... I think that's just the recenter camera. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Remember exactly what I'm doing here while I recenter the thing. I just want to take a good look on this thing again. That is it's just nice. Everything else, it's just higher definition. Love space. Look at that. I mean, I know what I must do, but I just want to look at everything again. See the let's see. This is the map button, right? First thing you ever get to see on this is the fact that it's a 3D map. Most people get confused on this. For me, I was born with it, molded with it. This thing. I mean, you can scan everything. Main docking area, you know. I just want to press B each time. Yep. A little bit of lore if you want to read that, which I'm gonna do because I want to get refreshed on my Metroid Prime lore. Deck Gamma, reactor core and propulsion. Current status, environment normal. Deck Beta, fire hazard research, environment normal. Deck Alpha, emergency evacuation area, environment unstable. Now here you gotta worry about what's currently happening here. Lore-wise, Samus just got a distress beacon over here. Then suddenly, all hell broke loose. It seems to have been broken apart. Well, it doesn't look broken, but you do see some steam going on. You get a lot used to just to use motion controls, you know? But I wanted to do it. Then suddenly, no gravity here. Door cannot be opened until the airlock is repressurized. Use the activation panel to repressurize the room. It's right next to it. It's right there. And there's also these little things that, well, it's an airlock, of course. And, well, yeah, of course you could just do that. You can also look behind it, which you can't activate it anyway. You can keep scanning it, of course. Entrance to main docking bay. This is, you can only actually just read the entire thing in just the tutorial area, which is this area. After that, well, it's redundant. Airlock repressurization successful. Just add air to it. And then everything just... There's your gravity. Would you look at that? Parasites. And then suddenly... There's something in the middle here. Emergency evacuation area. I mean, that's what it says right there. Deck Alpha Access Hall. They all have names here. Let's see. These are the zoom buttons. Yeah, alright. Round. So that right there at the top of the right is the compass. That's north. At least the approximation of what north is. Okay. Then reorients itself. Just like that. Would you like to know exactly what happened here? Wow. You can scan everything, you know. I mean, it just still says that. Oop. That one does not look like it can be activated in this room. There'd be some sensitivity going on with just pressing the button. Now we have something else here.
Recording to logbook.
New creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. I heard I've already done this, but since I'm playing this on stream, let's do it again. Morphology, parasite, interstellar vermin. They travel in swarms. Indigenous to Tallon IV, a single parasite is harmless to larger life forms. However, they tend to travel in large groups. Swarm over potential prey. Such swarms can be dangerous. Yeah, you can see right here that it's sort of eating a dead body. And you can see right next to it, whatever that thing is, it's a large version of that thing. Morphology unknown. Info. Greater than sun times 2. High levels of radiation detected. I'm not going to read that again. No greater than the sun. See little pictures here. Analysis shows incredible large muscle structure surrounding the jaw area. Fluid sacs containing acid are also detected. Then we see right here, morphology, space pirate. Their status? Death caused by a severing of the spinal column. Oh, well, you can see that right here. Where, well, it doesn't give us a name, but I already know what it is. Has already just pierced the back of, the space pirate's spine. Is it really that tall? Twice as tall, or at least, 2.5 times bigger than Samus? Or is that just for, show? And I can log in. Oh, and just do this to actually log in. And you can just do that if you want to. It's unnecessary, of course. Escape pod entrance. The vessel has already been jettisoned. Evacuation occurred 6 hours prior to your arrival. So this all happened 6 hours ago. And, well, we just got here. We also have some crates here. Biohazardous materials. Phase on batch. 0142.A. Destination? The tech beta. I mean, it's going to say the same thing, you know. It's all like flavor text. And with a different number designation each time. Another space pirate. Status, death caused by severe flame damage to exoskeleton. Yeah, you can see right there, there's just fire. You can see something else just going on here. It's pretty neat to see, you know, we just never really tried motion controls, and I wanted to for the longest time. It's just that it so happens that on my normal Switch, the drift was so severe. I would have gotten another one, another set of Joy-Cons, but then I thought of, well, Switch 2 is already here. I'm gonna just wait until the Switch 2, and I got it. Let's look around some more. See something over in that distance, literally by the orange symbol. That tells you why. Most of these space, escape pods have already been jettisoned. And then you'll see something right here. See right there that it's being eaten right now. The dead body of a space pirate. Death caused by acidic burns to body, chemical type unknown. Whatever it is, which is this thing right here, is just spitting out some acid here. And you can also see that a little bit of its spine is just releasing some spinal fluid, I guess. You can also see his, one little guy right over here. Weak life signs detected. This guy is still alive. Imprints of large bite marks can be seen on exoskeleton. Now, you say large bite marks. Do you mean this thing right here? That thing is the one that bit it all over? Well, alright then. It's still alive, but now it's about to shoot me.
Recording to logbook.
Research, you know. Small energy replenishes 10 units of energy. I mean, yeah, it's right here, you know? Remember when this looked a little bit weird? And then there you go. Weird, as in, the model back then, it was a bit more polygonal. Tail section possesses a mouth-like orifice, most likely used for birthing offspring. Yeah, that's where most of it, these little parasites come from. Now, you don't even know exactly how this went. It looks like it bursted through this door right over here. Oh, a door. No, this wall here. And, well, it caused some burns. Can't really go through there if you want. A little bit more here. Escape pods 3, 4, and 7 have been launched. Escape pod launch coordinates Tallon IV, 110L.ol. Search Command Center. And, I mean, you can still keep reading. Deck Alpha 2 Umbilical Hall. Why did they even call it that? Anything else I can read here? I remember when the scan visor, when you're just using the normal controls, was just a rectangle. Now here in motion controls, you can see that it's well, I can do that. It's just that circle. Use your charge to destroy rebel, which is just well, you'll know. It's A to hold. Another space pirate. Morphology space pirate. Status. Death caused by excessive blunt trauma to cranium, meaning that, oh well, as you can see, tree is obstructing the hallway. It looks like it can be easily removed. It looks like this hallway collapsed and, well, it just caved in the skull of this poor sap. There you go. To the map facility. Alright, let's go through it. The parasite's right over here. Just showing you where you can actually go here. Okay. Everything else is starting to collapse, of course. And you can see right here in the corner the morph ball. It's up to the hologram to download the map. But you better scan it first.
Recording to logbook.
Otherwise, once you enter there, it's going to disappear, and you won't be able to scan it until you find a new one. You can potentially just lose progress on that. Huh. It's like off screen. Like that. I didn't even know you could do that. Anyway. Yeah, you can lose progress on your 100% research if you don't scan these things. Map station. Welcome to the map station. Holograms to download a map of the area you're in. Well, yeah, that's self-explanatory. Let's look at everything else first. Frigate exterior hull stable and fully functional. Tallon IV. Ground zero area secure. Radar radiation readings are normal. But what are they doing here? I already know. And now we have more information here. I mean, you can just ignore it if you want to. But I just love to get immersed into the world I'm playing in. 2 Parasite Queen specimens have become volatile on Deck Beta. We're just there. All security personnel should report to the biotech research area. The space pirates just writing these on. Parasitic infestation has been detected in the ventilation system of Decks Gamma and Beta. Now, how the hell did they get in there? Some poor dumbass was just lazy with their all the parasites going on here. Alright, go ahead and download that map. Looks a lot better than when I last played this. Download the map of the area. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like right now. Orange means you've been there, blue means you haven't. This is how big the area is. It doesn't even tell you the name until you entered it. This goes down, down, and then you go right over here. And then you notice that there's something to an offshoot to the left here. And then again over here. Could be something over here if you want to go back. It all leads up to this room again. And then over here again. Then there's just something over here. Something big. and then connects itself back here. You already know what's going on. Well, I do. Oh yeah. I'm just should remember that it's motion controls. And there's still some more things I could look at. The minus key here is to tell you exactly what you need to do. Item collection, item. Well, I'm 0%. I haven't found anything yet. Logbook entries. Well, about 2%. I scanned a few things. You can also just see right here that all the stuff you have. You start off with the arm cannon right here, just a power beam. Samus notes. Power beam can be used to open standard doors. Shots ricochet, ceasefire. Power beam is not working against the target. It can be used to quickly clear the weak foes. Morph ball. Starts off with air. It is a cool ability. Specifically how it's done in 3D space. Like the power suit, Morph ball is modular. There are several modifications that can be added to improve performance. And then you also have Morph ball bomb. The Morph ball bomb can be used to break cracked walls and activate certain devices. It'll also tell you exactly what sort of material that can be broken here. Keywords are right there: sandstone and telluric alloy. If the Morph ball is near a Morph ball bomb when it explodes, you will be popped a short distance in the air. You know, a bomb jump. Morph ball bomb explodes, it must be close to the enemy to be effective. And the breakable objects. If you scan the object, it should have the keyword sandstone or telluric alloy. And then here's your two suits. There's the power suit and the vari suit. Currently the vari suit selected here. Power suit, advanced Chozo exoskeleton modified for use by Samus Aran. Also provides life support functions as well as shielded from attacks. Partial H of the power suit allows for additional weapons. Visors and other gear is needed. Shielding loses energy with each hit. Collect energy when possible to keep the shielding charged. Most of the time I'm thinking when you refer to shielding, that's just Samus's willpower. And then there's the Varia suit. Adds increased heat resistance to the power suit and also damage reduction as well. It says so right there in Samus's notes. Modification increases suit's defensive shielding. While the Varia suit can handle higher temperatures than normal, extreme heat sources and heat-based attacks will still cause damage. You know, you can just handle being near molten magma, no big deal. When that thing is the hottest thing you can, it's gonna kill you if you're standing next to lava. It's not like how it is in video games where you can just stand right next to it and have no ill effects. I think that trope is called convention. That's a weird way to say that. And you have the combat visor. You know, it's just default. It's heads-up display. Radar, minimap, logon, reticle, everything else, you know. Scan visor. This is the newest thing that's introduced in Metroid Prime and only to the Prime series. Used to collect data, and some devices will activate when scanned. Because it's also Samus's personal hacking tool. Alright. It also just said they could press A if I want to turn it off. You know, just to do it quickly instead of just press up for combat visor. And then there's some secondary items. You won't be able to use this right away. It's mostly at the very end. Grapple beam. Back and forth from special points in the environment. Yeah, you can only use this on grapple points or anything made of or anything magnetic, which doesn't work in this game. There's nothing magnetic here other than just grapple points that look like this. Grapple beam can be used to cross large gaps. Yeah, because Samus can't use her space jump yet. Missile launcher, you know. Press the X to fire your missile launcher, and press A to return to B mode. In this game, you can still use the rapid fire missile launch glitch, which means that instead of waiting like 2 seconds per missile to be able to fire, you know, you could just rapidly launch up to 3 very fast. If you hit missile, then go back to A, then missile again, A, missile, you know, no, X, A, like that. Missiles fired with a lock-on will seek their targets. Missiles can destroy objects made from radion or brimstone. Remember those keywords. There's a charge combo enhancement scattered throughout the environment. Yeah, you can't have that yet. Yeah, you gotta find it. It's the missile launcher and the charge beam in tandem to fire more effective blasts. And this is the only way they'll be able to have both missile and super missile by having a charged combo. And each missile expansion found will increase the total number to 5. There's a charge beam itself. You know, just hold the button remember in the GameCube where to use a chart, you gotta shoot the power beam once, and then you start charging. Here, you just do a 3-burst fire. Notes: charging beam has limited tractor beam capacity. Pull small jumps in. Charge combo. Yeah, I already just read that. Increase the performance on the arm cannon, or anything a little bit stronger, or if you want something concussive. There's the options here. It's on the Switch. Yeah, I remember when that used to be the GameCube controller. I already have the. I'm not gonna swap out anything else here. Extra alerts. Let's see. How loud is it? I could make it louder. Okay, let's see. Can I make it louder? Oh, it's already at max. Okay, good. Narration? Huh. No, put in full narration. Original Japanese version? Okay, for cinematics only. Yeah, just do that. I thought that I already had that enabled. Might be shown. Yeah, just show it. Okay, that should do it. And over here, you have your logbook. I mean, you already have the inventory that has everything here. The logbook. You don't know those yet, but you do have your bestiary. Parasite's the only thing you have right now. Going all the way down, and there's research. You should at least have those two by now. Okay, let's get back to the game. Well, there's already some more stuff here. Leopard does not seem to be functional. Must be something nearby that will turn on. Oh, how convenient. Yeah. Access to deck beta approved. Please step into the hologram. Cinematic. Yeah, I'm not standing right there. Yeah, it also says it up there too. Well, that ain't that self-explanatory. Okay, let's go to the elevator now. Well, I won't be able to read that. Oh well. And this one right here? Deck beta from the conduit hall. Well, it certainly is a conduit hall. You can even see right here in the corner of the screen a Samus' threat meter. The closer you are to threat, it's gonna hurt. And then morph ball mode, you know? This energy conductor unit has been damaged. Use caution when approaching the arcing electricity. Yeah, I gotta wait until it stops arcing. Subs containment breach on deck beta. All crew report for lockdown. Yeah, containment breach. Let's see. Yeah, that works. And this only that's called the spring ball function. Apparently that was added into only the trilogy version when you can have motion controls. And well, you can also just use it with your normal controls scheme. You know, if you use a controller instead of motion controls. It actually is very convenient to do that. You can do this, and then just, well, you can do multi-bomb jump with that. Yeah, something like that. You can only use 3 at a time. Biotech Research Area 1. Is there more I can read back here? I do love looking at everything. See here that this entire hallway is collapsed. And it just so happens to be 1 meter in height. Just small enough for Samus to squeeze through with her morph ball. Yeah, let me see. I just need to center that. Over here now. See that right over there. You're in the mini-map to the top left. You can see that there's some threats. Looks like that guy is still alive. Out of range. Space pirate. Status? Severe internal damage detected. Well, yeah, of course. This guy's still hurt. But yeah, it's still trying. Oh, I'm not even aiming it. Oh, you're dead now. Let's see. I just gotta. Yeah, that'll do. That one still over there on that side. This space, right? It's both. Its legs are broken. Okay. I could just also just do double lock on, where, I mean, I am locked on by just doing this. But I can also just do that, just to keep it centered. You know, it's wiggling a bit. Okay, Okay, where was I? We're in this biotech research lab. 2 of these containers are busted, but one of them is still in hibernation. Morphology unknown. It still doesn't know exactly what it is. Low life signs detected. This creature appears to be in state of a stasis hibernation. Yeah, it's sleeping right now. Don't want to wake it up. Just move that right there, so I can just like that. It does look like it's sleeping. All right. More stuff to look at if you want. Deck beta in the conduit hall. Specimen cell C, unknown. Rejection of phazon compound detected. Dude, look at that, phazon. Let's see here. Specimen cell A. Hibernation. Transfers the phazon batch 0081.D complete. So, cell A is probably this guy this gal over here. The one, the one just force field fencing thing here. Okay. Specimen cell B. Status unknown. Rejection of phazon compound detected. So whatever they were trying to do here, they rejected the compound. If you don't already know already, this the space frigate here, Orpheon, it manages in bioweapons. Space pirates themselves are just trying to make something after their defeat over on Zebes. If you don't know, the timeline for Metroid Prime is slotted between the first Metroid game and Metroid 2, The Return of Samus. I believe there was like a 2-year gap between the first game and the second game, so they slotted in the sub-series of Prime in between that. Okay. Still more to look at if you'd like. Just to know everything else here. Okay. Parasite egg on the pupa stage. No, pupa, yeah. Its tough exoskeleton protects it from its mother's acidic embryonic fluid. Fluid sacs in the mouth enlarge after mutation. Well, right now it's mutated into this large-ass thing. It's not supposed to be this big. This allows for increased production of corrosive bile. So there's your acidic burns that I mentioned from beforehand. After mutation, the carapace of the larva becomes rigid. The carapace is quite resilient, able to resist the attacks of many predators. Yeah, whatever sort of predator it is, it's not as big as this thing. Combat mutation applications are complete. Primary legs of this creature possesses galvanized tips, allowing it to penetrate any known alloy, pierce through anything. So, what it says right here, you know. Let's see what else is here to look at. Door has been sealed to prevent radiation leaks. This door right here? Just trying to figure out exactly where I should have that centered while I'm looking around. I know I'm just kind of exactly that. It kind of looks like I may have missed something. Nope, it's just it's just that thing. Okay. Certainly feels like I probably find a faster way to use this thing. I don't want to move. Security hall. The coils on this ventilation cap look unstable. Or shadowing. Can't really tell, but certainly does look unstable. Okay. Anything else to look at here? Not even at these broken things, just that thing over there. There's that thing over there. From what I can gather, it looks like the parasite queens just breach containment and escape through the vents right here. Somehow. You don't even know, though. Fire missile. We'll just look at this. Ballistic support needed in specimen block F. Yeah, just flavor text. You hear that? Do creatures, not really a creature though, it's a mechanism. Auto turret uses use missiles to break outer casing. Kind of looks like you were just giving it the description. All right, lock in. All right, that's about it. Area 1, you say? Now we have something new here. Missile ammunition. Resupplies missile launcher with 3 rounds of ammo. I mean, I already did just use about 3. And just a biohazard containment. I needed to use 2 of these. I have put it on hard mode. It's not going to be any harder than it actually is. All it is just to increase, I think, enemy health, and maybe they do double damage. Either way, though. So right now, there's 4 parasite queens on board. One of them is dead, one of them's escaped. The other 2 are in hibernation, and this one, well, there's the 4th one. So we're only just missing one, wherever that is, you know? Got some red research here. Means that's important. Phazon infusion stage 1. Parasite larva diagnostic mass 1.2. Length 0.5. Cell structure stable. Gonna be seeing that for a bit. See the mini-map, there's something there. Must be one of those turrets. Phazon infusion stage 2. Introducing mutagen into tank. Hasten batch. 0732.c. Complete. Now we have this here. Pirate data. Yeah, space pirates. Space pirate encryption, encrypted data decoded. Yeah, so easily, in fact. It only took about 1 second. Log 09.992.3. Zebus has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates, Orpheon, this Syriacus, I don't even know how to pronounce that though. Syriacus? And Vol Paragon were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy, but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at Code Blue. No signs of pursuit from the Hunter, aka Samus. Now this is telling you exactly what happened. After Samus' shenanigans over there in planet Zebus, the space pirates have fled. Over here, we're currently located on Space Frigate Orpheon. Auto turret disabled. You heard that, right? Well, it's right there, and it's been disabled. You can still attack it if you like. There's something over there if you want to... We'll get to that soon. Phazon infusion stage 3. Mutation initiated. And now they're starting to do that. Which is this thing right here. Fusion stage 4. Larva diagnostic. Mass 14.5. Length 40.3. Cell structure's fading. It's just grown to a massive size, which is this thing. And now, well, it's fading. Hear that, right? Weapon cell structure failing. Batch 0, 732.c does not match DNA. Terminating fusion sequence. Well, this parasite queen, this 4th one, is dead. Unknown. This specimen has been horribly mutated. No life readings. Yeah, it's completely dead. You can see it right here on that. You can also see that horribly mutated. It seems to have grown so big that its belly has ruptured. And now you just see that, just its ribs poking out. Whatever's left of it. So yeah, 2 parasite queens confirmed dead, 1 missing, and 1 hibernating. Okay, where was we? Where were we? Yeah. You can read this if you'd like to. Parasite larva. Harmless unless encountered in large numbers. Yeah. See that right here. Little bit of a stasis. Morphology, plasmite, native of Tallon IV. And you have something over here just in trying to get out. And would you look at that? It's a side hopper. Specimen solitary holding 1. Is on level unknown. Status? There's an entropic life form unstable. Use caution. I'm trying to get out, but it can't. At least I think that's called a side hopper. Whatever sort of name that they decided to give it. Luckily, another plasmite over here. And there's this turret if you, yeah, you can just keep breaking it if you want. Still works out, you know. You can, the charge beam has a tractor feature. Charge it if you can't reach it. Fusion analysis 10.0 at 2. Specimen exhibits incredible strength and body mass increased when exposed to Phazon batch 0732.c. Yeah, that's what you need to worry about. Phazon. Fusion analysis 12.5. Phazon batch 0003.h. Increases the acid production in the saliva ducts of parasite larvae. Acidic saliva, but it is. Experiment 435.8. Bioform pain tolerance levels 13% and holding. Yeah. Biohazard waste removal may begin in 3 hours. Based on radiation readings, must be reported to deck commander before batch disposal. Whatever sort of thing they've been doing. Huh. Did I miss that? Oh yeah, malfunction. Yeah, I just destroyed it. What else to look at? An elevator operational. Please step into the hologram. Well, now it's operational, you know. It's active. That thing right there is still alive. Now the space pirate. Severe internal damage detected. Yeah, well, something is trying to eat it. Yeah. Still more to look at until then. See your radar on the top left. There's just 2 of them right there. Okay. Zoomer. Well, hey there, Zoomer. Native Tallon IV. Plated parasite larva. Does it look similar to the parasites? Has a plate on it. Special solitary holding 2 is a level toxic. Relic seal holding. War wasp, native to Tallon IV. Now we have these things. Okay. Mutagen tank 1. It's the Phazon batch 0732.c that we were talking about. Oh, look at that! Space pirate. Brain hemorrhage detected. Creature's aim will be hindered. But yeah, this guy's I just have a hemorrhage, of course. Avoid damage by using quick movements. Yeah, well, yeah, now it's concussed. It's still alive, though. Just have some weird aiming there, but it's still gonna hurt you. Shoot, went right through it. Okay, I already looked at that one. It's the other Phazon batch, below 3.h. There's this one right over there. Space pirate. Minimal injuries assessed. Caution. Maximum fire pirate recommended. This thing is still alive though. Well, lock in. There you go. Just using the motion control is going to be taking a little bit to get used to. I gotta lock in and then just use this while also. Let's see. There you go. Okay, now if you're gonna make this that thing, because it's gonna disappear. This distance over here. Let's see here. What else am I looking at? Specimen solitary holding 3 is on level normal and verdict sealed. Number 4, toxic hammer deceiving. Not looking at anything else. Ice shriek bat. That one's gonna That's one of the creatures that's very easy to miss. Like one spot where you can find it. Tank 3. 1426 point K. Right. Number 5, it's empty. That's about it for this area here. But you see this guy over there. That door there. Transit hall. Another batch right here. 3203.C. Space Pirate acid burns have welded the joints of its exoskeleton. Nightmare. This thing is still going to attack you, of course. The other one was a little bit tougher, of course. But it's still going to try to attack you. Anything else? Alright, moving on. Is that really it for this room here? I'll go freight lift. There's more. Let's look at this thing, whatever that is. Ventilation covers may become superheated if airflow is restricted. Unusual thermal readings should be reported to the deck engineer on duty. Obstruction detected in reactor ventilation system. Engineering crew report to freight lift corridor immediately. Keep reading. Security codes on auto turrets are changed every other lunar cycle. I guess it's saying once every month, because that's every other lunar cycle. Proper codes may result in turret activation. It's on now. Okay, let's see. Just gotta. There we go. Okay, just go ahead and. For a second, I thought there would be like just thinking of let's see. No way to turn it off. Oh well. Space Pirate. Death caused by a severe laceration to abdomen. Something must have slashed it. Yeah, I've already destroyed it. Access to Deck Gamma. Approved. Please step into the hologram. It's open now. Okay, here we go. So this is where we are right now. Okay, here we go. We're almost there to the core. You can also just see these things up here. Space Pirate. Minimal injuries assessed. Well, yeah, you gotta kill it now. This device does not seem to be functional. There must be something nearby that will turn it on. And what'll turn it on? First. Here we go. Just using your missiles to get that to work, you know? Alright. What happened to this guy over here? Lacerations? I mean, you just read the one that had it. This one's different now. Death caused by removal of internal organs. I'm guessing it was still alive, and well, those parasites were eating it. It was at that exact moment where the space pirate was still alive, until that parasite decided to eat it. Oh, well, it was being eaten. It must have been weakened. The door is tightly sealed and does not appear to be receiving power. Oh, power received. We have this thing over here. Whatever sort of... Door lock enabled. Please insert metallic sphere to open door. Yeah, you know what that is, right? Looks like a spherical shape would fit into this clamp. Which is your mark ball. Which now flows through a series of locking mechanisms on the door surface. Inactive power line trails away to an opening clamp on the floor, which is this thing right here. Anyway. You just need to have a ball-shaped key for this thing. Just so happens Samus fits the bill. Now we have this thing right here. I'm gonna have to pick that up, you know. Something weird happened. Anyway. Let's see what we have here. Space pirate. Death caused by acidic burns to the face. I'm guessing one of those parasites just spat acid on its face. Just couldn't handle it due to the shock. There's still more to look at, you know. Space pirate. That is dead. Didn't even say death, it just says dead. This creature looks like it struggled to get through this door. And then how did that happen? You just said it's dead. What do you mean struggled to get through the door? What, so you just starved to death? Dehydrated? Just got stuck in this room? Death caused by cranial trauma. I guess something brained it on its head. Death caused by severe lacerations. Too many cuts. Looks like it has been partially eaten. Well, that explains that. Door lock enabled. Here you go. Alright, over here on this side. Entrance to save station. This is where you get to save. First scan that.
Recording to logbook.
Search. Save station. Put these stations to save your game. Fully restore your energy. Combining both the save station and refuel station. Yep, go ahead. This is already on my save slot C. I already did the first one on A, which is the normal playthrough, and B, which is me just playing the game multiple times. C is just like whatever. Can I have someone else to play it or not? For me, I want to play this with motion controls. Okay. You ready? It's open. We're almost there. It only took about an hour. Well, I am just exploring everything again. And then the door just relocks itself. No way to get back in there. Okay. Doesn't really say, but you also still have some space pirate bodies still everywhere. Analysis detects large amounts of blood missing from the carcasses. These bodies may have been used for nourishment. Pattern consistent with predator behaviors. It's been like 6 hours ago, and they've already been used as nourishment. No life signs detected. Well, alright then, it's just dead. Just still contain a heat signature. They have not been here for very long. Recently dead. Alright. Would you like to know exactly where that third parasite queen is? Right here. Just search the teleport to the reactor core. At least a stack of force fields on it. Go ahead and scan that, you know. New creature entry has been downloaded, you know. The Parasite Queen. Parasite female. Genetically enhanced by unknown means. Yeah, I already know exactly what that is. It was just all the phazon that's been injected into it. A weak spot has been detected in this creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Which means that if you scan it, you'll be attacking its front. But now, you'll start attacking its mouth. In the presence of a potent mutagen, origins unknown, features the ability to fire weapon-grade blast of energy from its mouth, a trait not present in the standard parasite genome. The pirates have begun bioengineering program. Let's see. Oh, don't do that. Okay. It's now aimed at the mouth here. Wait for it. Gotta wait over here then. Now it's gone. wait for it. I already got the half the help, but I don't have any more missiles. And then the force field just decides to. Yeah. Not gonna get hit by that. Gotta get through this. It's the only place you're gonna see that. Get it from here. Come on, aim at it, you know. Get dead. Oh, and then it just falls into the reactor core. Well, you know what's gonna happen now. You played it at every single end of Metroid. Ooh, would you look at what you did?
Evacuate immediately.
Yep.
Evacuate
Reactor core critical.
immediately.
Let's get out of here. You have plenty of time.
Immediately.
Alright, let's go through it. Everything is like breaking. Is there anything to scan here? Obviously not. Oh, damn it. The button's just right next to each other. The elevator. Go ahead and just activate it, you know. I don't really need to read that. Neither read them. Just disable those missiles. Okay. And the other one woke up. Now it's dead. This creature just now. Incubation period was prematurely terminated. The shell has not yet fully hardened. Alright, now all 4 of the parasite queens are dead. Can I look at more stuff? I can, because when you scan it, time is paused. Well, except for some effects you see right there. Team seal breach. Larva vital signs critical. Secure area and terminate specimen. It must have woken up and decided to break out. Too bad it was too weak. I'm gonna read here before I just go. I got it right there. Just giving you the headshots. Now you're dead. Yeah. Looks like scanning. And then this thing just broke, you know, foreshadowing. Here we go. Parasite swarm. You can just go through it by just doing that. In this door. Can I guess not. You can see in the map right there. Just come on, open up. Another swarm. I like just ignore that, you know. Do some damage, but not enough to hurt. Well, right now we're in a ventilation shaft. It opens up. We gotta wait until this thing goes. Now it broke apart. Just the other side. There's more of these parasites right here just going in circles. I don't have any missiles though. Come on. Is that really it for just this room here? Come on. Okay. Another room right here. Got some missiles. At least 6 of them. You gotta worry about yourself with this magnetic piston here. This thing just goes on. And now here we are. Cutscene. Guess who? Ridley Online. What's he doing here? In the secret entrance. Samus is pissed. A little bit of these grapple points here. Yeah, just in combat. I mean, okay, so where is it? Like somewhere here. Let's see here. Okay, you still got plenty of time. A little bit of lore just to tell you exactly what was going on in this room. Subject Meta Ridley. Cerebral casing stable. Exoskeleton seal holding. Begin umbilical retraction. Subject Meta Ridley. Weapon update complete. Stinger ballistics online. Plasma fuel cell online. Ah, great spam bot. Gotta ruin my fun. The elevator. Let's get out of here. Just disable those turrets, you know. Alright, we're over here, and well, this thing is offline. Doesn't seem to be functional, of course. See right here, there's just electrical currents going on. Access to deck alpha approved. Then huge explosion happened. Samus just have a malfunction. She literally lost all of her powers now.
There is malfunction. Warp ball malfunction.
Oh hell yeah.
Malfunction. Charge beam malfunction.
Looks like the voiceovers work. That's the same sound. Let's see. The same sound as just when you said recording the log. Boom, depressurize. So yeah, it's over here. You have plenty of time, even if you do a little bit of just fapping around. It only takes approximately 3.5 minutes, or 4. And we're out. Hey, look at that, space pirates going out in space. Some meta Ridley. And then Samus actually is capable of jumping over the barrier. And now Samus is going off to chase after Meta Ridley. I don't know if this actually appeared in the original game, but I don't think I've ever seen the space pirates just been vented out into space. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. Here we are. Grab some coffee while this goes on. No? It's the last of it. We made planet side, or planetfall, wherever the phrase is. We're here. Tutorial area now complete. Welcome to Tallon Overworld. And still eligible for this game. I love it so much. Yes, go ahead and save that. Name has been saved. Listen to that. the remix of Brinstar. Boy, do I love this. Right now, it's just a rainy overworld. And as you can see, just by looking up, see raindrops on Samus' visor. It was even there since the original game, Cube release. Such beauty, you know. It even looked like this back then, too. Yeah, I love it. Standard gunship. Yep. 100 class gunship registers Samus Aran. Her design. You return your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. You also have some info. That's the wrong one. Let's see, where is it? Right here. Research. Okay, map station. Where's the gunship? Right there. That's it? I thought it would give you a little bit more. Okay. Well, yeah, it is. What's that? There's like only 5 spaces you can go. You can only go through this one right here. This one. You cannot reach that, or here. Maybe here. You can scan everything if you'd like to. Morphology? Red starburst. Edible flowers bloom seasonally. Considered a delicacy in many territories. Man, would you listen to that? Right behind the gunship, we got this creature, Tangleweed. Plant life with basic sentience, tracks into ground if threatened. Tangleweeds are only dangerous to a small organism, covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential meals. Lack the strength to do anything more than hinder larger life forms. And you can also see, like right here, not that, of course. This missile expansion. Increase your number of missiles you can carry by 5. Samus cannot go through here because she's too tall for this. And you can't use the morph ball because, you know, it's missing. Because right now, after that little mishap at the Frigate Orpheon, Samus lost all of her powers. Again. Well, no, this would technically be the first time, since in Metroid 1, or Zero Mission, whichever one you want to play with, she started off with no other weapons other than her suit and her power beam. Not even that much of a power beam, because it's very short range, and I don't even know how she would manage to do anything other than just. I'm guessing that she's just fresh out of what was it called? Space Federation, something, you know. And that was technically her Zero Mission, aka the first one. And well, she succeeded, and then got super powerful. And then over here in Metroid Prime, I don't even know how long it's been since then, you know? And, right now all you gotta do is just reclaim it all back. There's a small tunnel bird into this wall. That's just Samus speaking there. Let's see. Go over here if you'd like to. Let's see what more I can look at. This lichen seems to be giving off low levels of radiation. No match is found in flora and fauna out database. Morphology. Tallon fern. Non-toxic variety of silentinescence. I'm found near water sources. Well, yeah, I'm right next to it. Look at that. Alright, we're just gonna go look over here. As I said, Samus can't really fit through that door. She can try and crawl, I guess, but I'm guessing her armor is too bulky for her to do exactly that. Especially if she has the big shoulder pads, you know, pauldrons. Morphology, glowing spider vine. Ants bioluminescence attract insects for it to eat. Then there's something over here. You can't really scan it since you're in the room. Gotta watch out, these things want to attack you. Creature. Seedling. Plant-based ground feeder. Some kind of plant. Dorsal spines can be ejected in self-defense. Well, it did exactly that. Go ahead and try and attack it. I can't really, I'm guessing that if I could just do this. Yeah, if I just tap it like that, I could do like the 3 burst round. Well, look at this place right here. The impact crater. You can reach this at any time. So this place is important. Okay, what was I? Oops. I was just looking over here. I just have the straps on.
Recording to logbook.
Pirate data. The space pirates have been here. Decoded. Okay. Log 10.3080. I'm just gonna read it like this anyway. Field team reports are in on an aged structure of alien design built on the surface of Tallon IV. They show this structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. Whether you want to pronounce it as either Chazo or Chozoa, or even Choza. Yeah, I think it's more so pronounced as Chozo. Anyway, artifacts. We have found some of these relics, and studies on them have begun. As this field could hinder future energy production operations on Tallon IV. We must dismantle it as soon as possible. This means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts. It will be done. Yeah, the space race don't really care about historical preservation or any sacred significance of the place. They rather just desecrate the entire place. We're over here in the impact crater. This is spoilers, by the way, but this is the final area. You need all 12 keys to access this place. So far, you can only go this far because you do not have a missile launcher just to blast this open. Blast shield on the door blocking access. The thing is, the blast shield is invulnerable to beam weapons. Explosive weapon may damage it. Yeah. If you see that it's ricocheting, that just means it does not work. Alright, let's get out of here. I guess I could just do that, just don't jump over it. Alright, now let's actually make some progress. I'm playing around a bit. You hear that? Alright. Oh, I just need to... There you go. Well, would you look at this thing?
Recording to logbook.
It's a beetle. Well, ain't that self-explanatory? Burrowing insect with resilient carapace. Extremely aggressive. How big are these insects up there? As big as a medium-sized dog. The insect's massive mouth enables it to tunnel through solid rock at high speeds. Above ground, beetles can cover short distances rapidly. Attack anything that moves near their lair. Just this. You could just do that though. Remember how yeah, that's not it. I'm just kind of... Oh, I see what I'm doing. I'm just accidentally pressing the left trigger. It's causing the jump. That's not really a lock-on. This is the lock-on. Yeah, okay. What was it? Morphology, Saturnine. Small iridescent mushroom. Typically grows in dank, dark regions. Is this dank enough? Morphology, guide stem. Pervasive indigenous species of bioluminescent weed. Weed. Anyway, where was I? To defeating those, yeah. Let's see. There's like a possibility I could 100% this game again. And I know where most of it is. Alright. Welcome to the overworld of Tallon IV.
Recording to logbook.
Another creature. Is it really a creature when it's just a sap sack? Chemical reaction within sap produces a violent explosion when agitated. Because of its irresistible odor and sweet nectar, the sap sack was nearly eaten out of existence. The evolution of an explosive chemical sack saved it. Yeah. Not only brave or ingenious creatures dare to devour it. Yeah, you can just do this. And then it explodes. I'm guessing the moment that and that you break it, and it touches the air, or oxygen, or anything else in the air, it explodes. What can I look at here? There's that. What do you have here?
Recording to logbook.
Another new creature. You can see that right there too. Blast cap. Volatile chemicals within this weed's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. The poisonous flesh of a blast cap helps keep it from being eaten. It detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. Yeah. They seem to have more health. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It used to be like 1, 2, 3, and then they explode. But no, it's actually 5. Okay, where was I? Stone surface this lichen grows on appears too smooth to be natural. Oh yeah, now you figured it out. Can't really read that, it's out of scanning range. You could just easily just do that.
Recording to logbook.
Research large energy, flashing 20 units of health. Or energy, of course. What does that say over here? The tree appears to be healthy, providing date approximate age of over 200 years. So this right here, I believe this leads down. While where you actually need to go is go up.
Recording to logbook.
Another creature to scan in. Quality zoomer. Anchors itself to walls and other surfaces. Wood contact with spikes. Basic nerve center located directly above the zoomer's mandibles. Detect its nutrients. Our spines protected from casual predators. Casual predators? But the lack of reinforced carapace makes the zoomer vulnerable to any indirect attack. Did I scan that all? Yeah, okay. Which means you can just do this as an indirect attack. And then it's dead. Go. And then we have the zoomer's cousin.
Recording to logbook.
I think that's called, yeah, that's a gamer. Gamer, a wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spikes. The gamer is an evolutionary after the zoomer family. When threatened, it extends lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armed carapace. Yeah, it kind of looks like this, you know. You can attack it, but it does that instantly, you know. Just avoid it. Okay, let me see here. We have some more things to scan.
Recording to logbook.
New creatures entry to a logbook. Blood flower. Able to eject toxic spores. Toxins are poisonous even to the blood flower itself. Then how the hell does it make him? If it's poisonous to itself. Mouth nodules protrude from the stalk beneath the flower. Each with a rudimentary brain cluster and ability to spew toxic fumes at anything within a 5-meter radius. Spores ejected from the stigma at the center of the flower are sufficient to kill this creature if they explode nearby. You can also scan it apparently. Well, you could. Now, well, you just kind of do that. Okay, yeah, or you can do this. That just kills it too. Let's get rid of that. You left me with 69 health. And as you can see, you can't go over here. Go back. You know how this goes. You've ever played a Metroidvania game. Even though this is literally a Metroid game. I don't think you can even call it Metroidvania since, you know, it is a Metroid game. Or Castlevania, because that's kind of what both the names implied. I believe the Retro Studios or Nintendo calls this genre action exploration or something like that. Okay. and that explodes that. It's more helpful, you know. Or just do this. We need to center this a bit. Access to Chozo Ruins, west. Granted. I'll go ahead and just step into it if you want to, you know. It's active. What else is there here to look at? Okay, just, yeah, that's it. Alright, let's go. If you haven't really noticed, this is a loading screen. You can't really tell because it's dynamically loading in between the elevators and the doors. Okay, we're here now. You don't really need to do that though, but it's just bring up something here. Okay. Tallon IV. We're actually just in the Chozo Ruins. Looks like it led us upwards instead. Can't really scan that anyway. Back into the Chozo Ruins. Place where, well, it's ruins, of course. I don't even know how long it has been since, I think it's stated to be 50 years. That's dead. Pretty easy to defeat. Let me just give me that back. This have collapsed from erosion. Carbon dating cannot determine the age of the structures. Carbon dating, huh? How old is it? Alright, there's some thing you can see right over here. Important lore from Chozo.
Recorded to logbook.
Which you can tell because, the stone writing on the wall, it has this sort of watery glow to it, or reflection, you know. Okay. Chozo lore, script translated. The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however. The Chozo who colonized Tallon IV made a conscious choice to eschew a civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here, plan to leave our words from time to time, meaning that this specific branch of Chozo are Amish. Well, as Amish think can get, they're very low-tech. Well, if you can call this low-tech. Okay, the Talon, I think it would call it Tallonian, I guess? The Tallon IV, Chozo are all an Amish community. See that in the distance. Chozo Ruins. Here we are. Nice. I love it. Okay. And you can see that right here. You can't access to, that missile expansion. You can't even pick it up right now. Over here in the main plaza area, you'll be going through this a lot. This tree seems to be weakened due to cellular decomposition. This tree here is important. You don't really know, but it is. Yeah, read that. Hear that? It's the sound of power-ups to pick up. This one right here is one of them. If you hear that, there is either I guess a missile expansion nearby. It's the sound of power-ups. You can also hear another one right here, which is through this thing. And as you can see, that you can't really damage it. Okay, well, okay. So what else can I look at here? I think it has been since the release of Metroid Prime Remastered that I've only played this game at least 6 times since then. Still had a lot of fun playing it, even with different modes. I wanted to just do motion controls for the longest time. does honestly feel a lot harder. Anyway, look at that. No danger. Pretty sweet. Boost controls. Would you look at that? Object rests at the top of the very smooth incline slope. Foreshadowing, especially since this is a half pipe. There's another one right over there. You can't even see it. Oop, I'm just pushing the button to the morph ball. This place seems to have the highest amount of expansions to pick up. Passageway to the shrine. You can't even access it. You need a missile. Which one will be first? Getting the missile or the morph ball? Place your bets. I don't know. Large branch have been forcibly intertwined, forming what looks to be a bridge structure. It says forcibly intertwined. It could very well be natural, but it says forcefully. So however that is, it sort of is just telling you can either go two places. Here or over here. There's like 1, 2, 3, and 4 pickups to get. It's just out of range. I think there's another beetle right here. No, there is not. Okay. This door can only be opened from the other side. It's a one-way. A ledge this object rests on cannot be reached from this room. Well, of course you can't. You gotta go all the way around. That's usually how it goes.
Recording to logbook.
Not really a creature, it's more of a structure. Warwasp Hive. Primary Warwasp dwelling. Only vulnerable to heavy weaponry. I'm guessing you only need, by heavy weaponry, you either need a charge beam or a missile just to bust it open. Because if you let this thing stand still, or just if you didn't break it, it'll the Warwasp will continue to spawn from this point. Warwasps build their homes over existing crevices. Whatever materials are close at hand, carry building fragments back to the construction site, their forelegs, and glue them into place with adhesive secreted from their abdomens. Can't really see any of them right now. You can also do this. See the birds right there? Well, yeah, you could just do that. Do a lot of things here. I mean, you didn't really need to do that, but it so happened to be. Oop. Bridge over here. Let's see. A bit of a grapple point you can see right here. You can't really reach it or scan it from this distance here. I guess it's not gonna allow me to go through that. Okay. You also can't go through here. Huh. One of those areas where you can see this thing.
Recording to logbook.
Another creature here. Scarab. Exploding parasites that can embed their body in solid rock. Scarabs think nothing of sacrificing themselves for the safety of the swarm. When hostile life form is sighted, they block its progress by embedding themselves in floors and walls. Embedded scarabs violently self-destruct when threatened. I mean, how? You could also just do this. They also leave behind a large amount of replenishment. Plus, you can't really go through here anyway because you need a morph ball. Benches block most of the tunnel, but there is a small opening near the floor. Well, of course. Samus can't crawl through it. Her suit's too bulky. Okay, the ruined fountain access is just over there, and you can't go over here until then. Because I'm pretty sure that it's right there. That's where you'll be needing it. The entirety of the Chozo ruins just gives Samus back all of her equipment she lost from that malfunction. So we're just gonna go get them all back. And more of the scarabs. They will explode, you know. Which only does 1 point of damage. Well, sometimes.
Recording to logbook.
Another creature here to look at. What are you looking at? Ion. A mobile organism is entirely composed of ocular tissue, capable of launching sustained energy beams when active. Ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if bright flash of flash ignites nearby. Wouldn't you when something flashes a camera in your eye? Yeah, look at that. See this bright light. Can't help but wonder, are these like organic security systems? Okay. Go on through, you know? Okay, there you go. You can hear that too, you know? And... not expecting that. Not 9, it's 10 hits. Or lore.
Recording to logbook.
The Chozo. Script translated. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is the belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be the sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite. Perhaps, finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. These Chozo have been very enlightened because you know, they're just in tune with nature, kind of like a combination of Amish Chozo or hippie Chozo, whichever one you wanna say. Naturalist too. Spot, yeah, it's right there somewhere. It's a puzzle right here. Unusually high concentration of poison identified in tree leaves. Structural weakness detected in sandstone block. Keyword. Metal is stable. No flaws detected. And then you find yourself this thing. At the end of a high channel set into the wall. You can't really access this until you have the Morph Ball bomb. See the War Wasp hive right there, but you can't really access it. Elevated toxicity levels found in tree barks. Scanning water source within 4 meters of tree base. Alright. Not in here. An ornate wall hanging with a highly reflective surface. Not important. Yeah, they say. War wasps.
Recording to logbook.
The war wasp, you know? Because you're near the hive. The other ones over at the other entrance didn't actually see you as a threat until you get close enough. I mean, you weren't gonna go there anyway, because you don't even have the morph ball ready. Airborne insect equipped with venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. The war wasp rarely strays far from its hive unless it is pursuing an immediate threat. Attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive bombing its enemy with stinger extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. Yeah, just like any other normal-ass bee. But these are wasps. You can see right there how much those war wasps telegraph their attacks. Now, most people don't really see this here, but this is another spot where you can have like a save station. Save like right here. Saved. Alright, let's get back to it. Anything more to scan here other than just, you know, the save station itself? I guess not. Alright. These war wasps will continue to spawn. Moving on. Scarabs. Chozo sculpture crafted in honor of Tallon Star. Which star is that? Only translatable symbol depicted on this sculpture is the word Chozo. Only translatable symbol depicted on this sculpture is the word Chozo. They had to say that twice. This petrified organic matter looks like a rock carved into the shape of an eye. Is it actually just an ion that just... No. Well, that clears that out. Okay. Neat place to look at, you know? Over here, the North Atrium. Ruined nursery. Whatever sort of nursery that is. As far as I know, from what I can tell from the lore of the Chozo, they have, found, like, extended life. But what they don't know why, they died off, well, they forgot to breed, you know, just to make babies. And by the time they realize that, well, most of the Chozo are old. Very, very old. And sterile. Which is why they died off. Because they were too busy, just being enlightened by the cosmos. Building advanced tech. And other biological things, you know. They'll be back. Stress points present in Brimstone wall. Exoplast may shatter it. Waves are part of an irrigation system. Oh. The water is unknown, but all liquid in this area is toxic. Can't really go over here until then, though. Because the water is, you know, toxicity levels of this water are very high. Contact with contaminated liquid extremely hazardous. Yeah, even in your metal suit, Samus. Small tunnel leads back behind the wall. Width of the opening is approximately 1 meter in diameter. Just, big enough for Samus's morph ball to squeeze through. Convenient, huh? You can even tell behind this wall, and in the map itself, that there's something there. Oh yeah, and also right here too. Just can't access it yet. Hey, look at that. It's a plasmite. Small insect capable of storing and releasing thermal energy. Plasmites are attracted to sources of heat, thriving on the energy present there. Light when hunting, and will expel a small burst of thermal energy when threatened. Yeah, threatened by, you know, just this, and they'll just kind of scatter. Skedaddle! Dude, you just need 3 hits, but that was about 5. You don't need to do that. They're kind of just a nuisance in the way. And they'll just scatter. I kind of do like that about these things. Look at it. You can see that the water itself is kind of pulsating with poison. Okay. Get out of the way, and here we are. I have Totem. See what else I can look at before this starts up. This elevator bridge looks worn, but functional. Drainage possesses traces of high-level toxins. I really read that until I get there. And then you see warning because, well, poison water. See right there. It appears this item can only be reached by using the elevator bridge. Mechanical device appears to be inactive. Life forms detected within hollows of the machine. You could hear the buzz. I mean, you already did face whatever the thing was there, you know? This is the missile launcher. Right now it just looks like a missile expansion. Okay, let's go do that. The security system is active. Want to go through, you must defeat it. Still a lot of things to scan. Okay, so Go ahead and just read that.
Recording to logbook.
Mechanoid. Hive Mecha. A security unit programmed to work with predatory hive dwellers. A design flaw makes the shielding on Hive Mecha weak around their access ports. Let me clear my throat. Oh. Now recenter. Okay. I just needed to hit the mute button so you didn't hear me clear my throat. Anyway, these units are second-generation combat drones, able to interface with organic units at a high level. They train, shelter, and work with hive-dwelling predators. Unarmed, they rely on their hive beasts to handle their threats. So you can see these things. Okay. Don't really need to worry about it. You can see right in your your radar there.
Recording to logbook.
Better remember to scan this because you won't be able to get it back. Or just just fight these again. Ram War Wasp, airborne predator. Circles prey and then strikes. War Wasp is the only species on Tallon IV to evolve a true hive mind. Nesting in damp, dark places, Ram War Wasp emerge in small groups when threatened and circle their enemy at high speeds, disorienting it. I mean, if you want to, you can lock on and actually be disoriented, or try to follow them along. You don't need to. Just look at the radar at the top left, and then just point and aim. It's that easy. Striking from all sides as a single intelligence, they can fell huge organisms. Yeah, they could try, but still stupid easy to defeat. Yeah, that thing. Device is emitting a high-frequency signal. May be the cause of the War Wasp swarms. It's just gonna do it again, you know? Or you could just dodge out of the way, you know? Okay, so where are they gonna go? Behind. You can also just try and intercept them if you can. Now to actually attack it. Attack as much as you can, you know? You just gotta wait until one of them stops, or until you can hear them just buzz. That managed to get me this time. Just wait around until one of them stops. Give a huge amount of telegraph. That breaks that. You gotta do this, I think, 3 or 4 times. Now you gotta do a lot of them. They put themselves in position. Too much though. Still waiting, you know. Just easily dodge out of the way like that. Missed it. Come on. Got one of them. Come on. Got it. Got it. Missed it. They go really at high speed. I'm getting it though. Got me there. Leaving for 69 health. Missed it. Just wait until then. They really just leave me like a huge amount of time just to attack them. Probably like 4 seconds long. Ah, damn it, I gotta do it again. Damn it. Just flying at high speeds, you know? We could just get him, you know? Probably just get it if just do this faster now. Wait for you. Come on, just do it again. I'm not gonna stand there and let you just sting me. Just wait it. Got it. Information. When are you gonna stop, you know? Damn it. Gotta do more than that. I feel like that thing tried to sting me as it goes on. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, just 3 times. Well, there you go. Oh, damn it. Well, there you go. Center this. Would you look at that? A missile launcher. Power up acquired. Missile launcher acquired. Press X to fire, press A to switch back to beams. Destroy shielded. And you can also just look at this if you want. I already did look at this, you know. Radion and Brimstone. Remember that. Anyway. Blast Shield. We do this now. And now you can bust it open. Energy tank. Acquired. Now you got yourself one more health bar, which is up here. You see that? Small tunnel leads back behind the wall. Approximately 1 meter. Yeah, it's exactly how tall Samus is when she's in morphle mode.
Recording to logbook.
I think this is new. This is ammunition that resupplies with 5 rounds. Allows you to do more. You can only hold 5 when beforehand you had it. I don't know exactly where Samus put it. If you did end up collecting a fair amount in Metroid. Okay, now that you did that, you got yourself a tank right there. And how convenient. Let's see what else I can scan here before I go. It's about that. Drainage, you know? Okay, that's it. No need to stay any further here. I don't have the morph ball. I can't really go over there. Plus, you gotta go back that way if you want to actually do that. You just get out of the way. Okay, here. This light's a path. If you want some light. That breaks that apart. Alright, just break apart. Okay, that didn't do. Oh, we just fell. I'd like to grab this small energy thing before it disappears. Alright. The only thing you can do right now, wait until this thing dissipates. Now you get yourself another one if you want. +5 to missile. And also refills it too. Some poison. Just gotta be worried about this stuff. This little thing right here. Map station. Scan that if you haven't. Whew. Downloaded the map area. So, where does that area lead to? Over here, well, you can't go there yet. It looks like it's marked with a red door. Actually, no, it's just an opening. You can tell that this is a boss arena, because of how big it is. Anyway, now that you collected the missile launcher over here at the Hive Totem, and collected an energy tank, now you can proceed backwards to, backtrack into the other areas. Now that you have the missile launcher, learn where the places that you can't access to, that you now have access to. That's pretty much the entire rules of Metroidvania games. You've now acquired ability. Where can you use it? And where have you seen spots where you can, let me see. Yeah. Where you can proceed. Oh wait, no, I've been over here. That's the... Okay, yeah, I've been going backwards. These things again. Oh, back to this, their thing. Go ahead and ignore it. I'm trying to get this thing. Ruined War Wasp Hive. They're resourceful insects. The destruction of the hive will not deter the survivors from rebuilding a new home. Surviving war wasps will defend new sites with their lives until the hive is complete. Yeah, that just means that this thing's gonna regenerate. And look at all that I can't really pick up. Okay. It's all the way over there anyway. Still can't access that. There's a save room. Yeah, now they're gone. Well, we're gonna need some more missiles after using all 8 of them. Honestly, this would be like a good time to stop here. It's already been nearly 2 hours. Let's see here. It looks, yeah, no. Oh, don't do that again. I don't need to do that. I just stepped right in, back in there. Alright, let's go. I wonder if I could just, Nope. Did you see that? Flash of Samus, right there. Samus reflection. At least these guys will give me some, rebel. Alright, don't worry about it. Made it back. I'll take him out. Until you get your charge beam back. Huh. I didn't realize you were behind me. Until I looked at the mini map. Okay, what it wants you to do is just go over here, you know? He'll lock in. Alright. Now let's see. You've been over here, and now that you did that, you gotta go back. Here's just back to the entrance there. You can go over here. Well, not really. You still need a warp ball just to access this area. Passageway to the ruins. Break that apart now. scare us again. And just the Samus just crying out in pain just because of scare. Decided to explode. Taking down like 1 health point off of her. Hopefully that didn't really take them all out. There we go. Easy. Well, we're here already. The morph ball. They're like right next to each other. Okay, we got a magnetic rail system track detected. Appears to be active. Spider ball technology required to access track. Foreshadowing if you don't even know what that is. These blue orbs seem to be simple light sources. Multiple microscopic fractures found throughout sandstone wall section. Can't really be that subtle. You'll be coming back here later. Stonework in sample regions was refined to atypical smoothness. Alright. You can't even go here yet. Gotta have to wait until you're in the next region. Since, as you can tell from what the legend tells you, this thing. This door is blocked with purple energy. You need something electrical to pass by. Alright. Well, if you want that morph ball, you gotta go fight for it. Pretty easy to fight. I'm just doing that because it's a lot better this way. And then for the last one. Got ourselves a plated beetle. Okay. Mini boss time. The other one itself was already exactly that, you know. Plated beetle, well armored, burrowing insect, but we're only in the rear abdomen, which means that this is going to teach you how to strafe or circle strafe and fight the boss. Creature's thick cranial plating can repel frontal attacks, meaning that if you try to shoot it, it'll just bounce off. Gives it an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks, while only surfacing when it detects a vibration above it. So as to always face its rival, exposed abdomen protected. Easy. Just 3 misses are all you need for that. Alright. Instantly already got the morph ball. Samus's favorite power-up. Morph ball acquired. It's just that easy. Okay. Still more to go here. Okay, I'm just gonna need to center that. Got ourselves a morph ball, meaning that if you want to, you could just go back over here and just go through this spot here. Probably isn't needed since you'll be going over here. Actually, no, that is actually a fine place to go. Right over here if you can get to that spot, but it's a far spot away. As far as I know, if you're gonna go over here, you're gonna need a morph ball for this area. Remembering this, this is another morph bomb puzzle. Yeah, a bomb puzzle. I'll just call it that. Can't really access that until you found it. Okay. Oh. That's just the wrong one. I hit the wrong button. Well, that kills that. Alright. Next up, right where you expect. Thought for sure they would come over. Okay. Just gonna aim it, you know? So I don't really want to fight it, and this lone war wasp is just scouting up. He's scouting to see if there's anything nearby. I'm gonna go over here real quick. Yep. Now that you got the morph ball, you can go through here. Just deposit a large amount of orbs here. You need it. Still hitting me with just one more. I like to think that when Samus uses her morph ball, and you notice that the camera switches from first person to third person, Samus is actually just astral projecting herself as a over-the-shoulder third-person camera, just to see herself move around, as she's been converted into energy. Okay. Over here, the ruined fountain. More of these plasmites. Another spot you can't even go to. No circular weakness detected in middlework. Fountain choked by overgrowth. Toxic levels are high. Toxicity levels critical. Contact with contaminant water extremely hazardous. Alright. Well, you can't really go across here until you have a way to... until this guy just goes over. Poison fountain.
Recorded to logbook.
Okay. Chozo lore. Chozo script translated. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceeds our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears, aka Samus. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, as it's already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. Can you get to this thing? The one that's in the water, the great poison? You can't really go over here. I mean, you can. It's just that at this point in time, level's critical. Contact with contaminated water extremely hazardous. Oh yeah. Okay. Drain analysis complete. Toxin levels near 90% in local water supply. It's just full of pure poison. Alright. So you can go through here, but at this point in time, you can't. Not yet anyway. Only after you've attained whatever power-ups over here in the boss area. Second, you need 2 power-ups, which means this is last. You'll be going here last. Intense heat reading is detected behind this door.
Heat level critical.
Yeah, you can't even go through there, you know? Not only that, well...
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
It's a viable attachment point for grapple beam. You need this. Your grapple beam was damaged from the explosion on the research frigate. Now it currently be used. And then it'll just accelerate really quickly. Samus cannot go through superheated areas. She's steamed right over. She's just wearing the power suit. Needs the Varia suit. Alright, just go over here. Okay, look at that. Shriek bats. They kind of look a little bit like the Scree from from the first Metroid, except this is the Tallon IV native version of it. Very tall, a ceiling dweller. Body temperature peaks at 121 degrees centigrade. They're pretty high amounts. Is that, you said centigrade? Is that like Celsius? I guess. It already means that their body temperature is boiling. The high temperature. Streak bats have high internal temperature, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceiling while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive bomb anything that wanders near. And they violently explode because, well, they dive bomb. If it ain't abundantly clear, you need a missile launcher.
Recorded to logbook.
More creatures. Morphology, Reaper Vine. Powerful rock-dwelling tentacle. Single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a constant vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on its tip is honed to lethal sharpness. Vine will swing this blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. Yeah. Or just blast it in its eye. Another level is critical. Yeah, don't touch it. Vast portion of the tree's cellular structure has been consumed by toxin distributed through the source. Is this the great poison that the Chozo have been telling you about? And now this is just the presence of a runic symbol here. Runic presence. This runic symbol has been activated. 4 runic symbols in this room must be activated. It's lit up too. Right. You can try and look at that if you want to. See, I think there was another one here somewhere. Overwhelming toxin levels have rotted the leaves. And there's this other runic symbol here. It's been activated. You can tell because it lit up. Can't really access this area quite yet. After getting two of those runes, I have this to worry about. The only spot you can go through would be here. Another one of you. Get out of here, you. Go through over here with just steam pipes, just blasting Samus in the face. You could hear that, right? Luminescent cylinders function at 80%, whatever that means. The further I go, the more I see that most of the flavor text has just gone by. Go over here. Go to the save station. Alright, this is what we'll be ending it right now. Game has saved. Energy fully replenished. The only thing you need to worry about is that there's only like 2 power-ups left to find. One right here, and one right there. If you know what that is, well, I won't tell you. I'm gonna just quit the game. Alright, it's been a great game. Metroid Prime. Bastard. Boy, I wanted to play this on stream longest time, mostly with motion controls. Good to be back. And, well, I'll be playing this until I get Metroid Prime 4, which I ordered in the mail. It won't get here until Wednesday, it says. Which would be, let me see, at least 3 days from here now. Right.